I heard you looking for me, but the old me is dead and gone. What do you see? Same guy, but I sing a new song, and it goes like da 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 da, and it goes like da 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 da.
So guys, what are your thoughts on celibacy and infidelity?
Okay, disclaimer. Disclaimer. You know, sometimes what you want to happen and what your ideal is doesn't actually happen.
Okay.
So like in terms of celibacy, you know, as a Christian, you already know, and like, I'm supposed to wait for marriage, innit?
I don't know that. But
What do you mean you don't know that?
okay.
You're not Christian. This guy, fam.
We're chopping down early, you know.
But like, okay, so my understanding, you know, from early it was like no sex before marriage, no sex before marriage. So I just, you know, it was what I knew. Whether I did it, you know what I mean? You know, we all know Caleb didn't come from nowhere, innit? Do you know what I mean? So that's my, you know, that's my son. But like, you know, I haven't always adhered to it. I haven't always adhered to it. Cause it's hard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I say it a lot. I say, yo, I wish I didn't lose my virginity in it. Cause like, yo, once that happened, Pandora's box.
This is the thing is, I'll go one step deeper. I wish I wasn't exposed to certain things.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have led me down. It wouldn't have led me down the route of thinking. Yes, I made the action. It wouldn't let me down that thinking route and certain things that I have been bound to. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I think when it comes to celibacy. Like, yo, disclaimer right here too. You know what I mean? It's not.
What?
Like I've experienced something that was created to be like something that God created it to be good. God created sex to be an amazing thing. Of course. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, He created it to be between man and wife, but He didn't take away the fact that sex was still going to be good either way, amazing either way. So and because it felt good, I wanted more of that good feeling, and there was times when I was feeling bad and I wanted to feel good, so it was a
pick me up.
But you know why it was also a go-to as well, because it wasn't just a me and me situation, it was a me and somebody else, so you had that let's say companionship after that someone you could talk to, someone you could spend time with, like a bond. But obviously as Christians we know that but as Christians we also know that can be kind of dangerous as well at the same time. Well, it is dangerous.
Yeah.
To have that bond, because especially when you're making bonds with numerous women, and I'm not trying to reveal any numbers here, but like it's not one. Count. Nah. In all honesty, it's not one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I'll be looking for that good feeling,
two zeros.
I'll be looking for that good feeling in multiple arenas. You know what I mean? With the opposite sex. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you put that out there, fam. You get me?
100.
Yeah, I think, man, it's mad, you know. I used to look at like the Bible as like, I don't know if you man did, but just a book of rules that spoils you for. Straight up. That was the lens with which I read the Bible. You're just gonna stop my fun. Like, a bit like man, it's gonna make me feel bad and stuff. And man, I grew through other people, man, and just rereading, and it's made me realise that like celibacy isn't a thing that like is there to kill the fun. I heard Voldy describe Voldy Wolf, sick guy. I heard him describe it as like sex is like fire, you know, it just needs to remain in the fireplace, which is like marriage, you know. When you take it outside of that, you can burn things down, you know, and a lot of bad things can happen. Forest fires, you know what I mean? Double zeros. I'm joking. I'm kidding. But like, but I think, and this is like one of the reasons as to why I really like like thought, yeah, man, I want to practice celibacy. Is because I think it encourages intimacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
someone
in different spheres. Well,
because they talk about intimacy.
Depends what
Yeah,
how do you define
exactly.
intimacy?
Exactly. So like, for example, because the intimacy is like that closeness, but I think when sex is off the table, it allows you to become intimate in other areas of the person. Do you know what I mean? So like, I think it enables or allows you to, or encourages you to become like friends on a whole new level. Like, because I don't know about, like, my experience was like, when I got with Tash, we ended up talking about loads of different things, man, and I felt comfortable to like just share what my vulnerabilities were, so it helped our friendship to grow.
So you don't think that you don't think you could have done that? You don't think you could have done that if you were having sex?
No, because I think like when you get to that point where you feel vulnerable, the next thing is, bro, clothes come up. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro, where you like you share something with someone and then you feel, oh man, that was amazing, and then bro. And then man's skin started firing up, you know what I mean? Like, bro, and so it's hard, you know what I mean? Like, bro, celibacy is such a hard thing to practice. And you gotta have a real deep desire and meaning behind why you do that. Like, and for me, that's God. I believe it's best. Yeah, I believe it's best. But yeah, I think it enabled, in my experience, it enabled like Tasha and I to, our friendship to grow before we even were engaged. I think I got to understand her on a spiritual level a bit more as well, because like, you know, we spent time in church and we prayed together and things of that nature, and I think I got to understand her and know her emotionally more as well. Like, so I think it enabled intimacy, but in different areas.
Didn't it still make it hard though?
Because it made it harder.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. That made celibacy harder, bro. Because I desired her all the more. Because I was attracted to her on so many different ways. It was so much more than physical.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's just like, an expression, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's when you have to like put boundaries in place and like just have wisdom and pray, and then sometimes just run like like Josie. So it's one of them, man. I think it's amazing that, and like I was saying, going back to my point about the Bible, I've realized that these commandments that God puts in us in the Bible is it causes humans to thrive. Okay. Do you get what I mean? Like, I think it's there for humanity's thriving rather than to just kill our fun. And yeah, there's gonna require self-control and self-discipline, but I think that ultimately leads to something amazing, rather than it's just like, man, you let the music off at the party kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
turn the lights on.
Like, it's so much more than that.
You know what? Okay, I hear that.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously, I'm not a virgin, innit? You know, I'm not married. So like, my thing is now. So you see, so in me practicing celibacy, it's hard because of experiences. And the thing is, as much as you talk about the intimacy that you shared prior to, you know, unfortunately, no, I'm gonna say unfortunately, because I can't say that. But like, I've gone past that. I've had the intimacy on an emotional level, maybe not the spiritual level, but psychologically, all those things there, and then gone to the physical. So I know what it's like to actually experience something that isn't just physical as well. For the most part, it's just been physical. But I've also had moments with individuals where like it's gone way past that, and I think in that, you know, for me now, when practicing celibacy, as hard as it is, you know, it's solid. I'm not gonna lie, it's solid because like my mind knows what I'm missing as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And my advice to every young person out there, I'm like, yo, don't do it.
Leave it.
Just don't do it, because once you know, you know. If it's good as well, you know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So when people are like even just hollering at you, and it's like, yo, I know what I'm missing, because yo, I've seen a movie, get me, like, I know what, you know what I'm saying. So like, so even
that took 2 seconds to get that, you know. No, but I like, what's he mean? I was like, raw. This guy analysing. What
I'm saying is all these. So coming from a place of knowledge makes that journey so much harder. For me anyway.
And experience.
Blood.
You gotta build your walls high, innit?
Well, and this is why, isn't it?
Yeah, really.
You know,
high.
I've learned I have to, Like, and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Man's still learning because, like, I thought, oh yeah, put this boundary in place. That's enough. Bar wasn't enough. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah,
and it has
you
to
look
be
at it
more.
scripturally, like all the people that fell into sexual sin, like like David, man after God's own heart, boom. Like Solomon had pure way, Samson strongest man, bam, gone. You know what I mean?
For real, I hit like all those great people, like and they had great lives. Like Solomon, the wisest man, the richest man to ever live.
Yeah.
To ever live. Like David was one of the greatest kings ever. And who else did you say? Samson, the strongest man ever. So like, why was sex? Like,
why is it
stop them?
But why is it sex?
That's what I'm saying. So like, because the thing is, as a result of that, and it all comes down to you, but bro, sex brings children.
Well, you know.
Do you know what I mean? And then,
depends.
So like,
I'm not sure.
You know.
Man, pull out game strong.
Not even just that.
It's just
but you know.
Yeah. But like, so then it's like, okay, man, how do we then raise this? And I think, the best or the ideal is the family. Yeah, bro. And I think that's what I'm talking about, like the fire outside of the fireplace. That's why when I heard Vody say that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, I agree with that. I agree with that because I feel like that's the best situation for a child to be in to thrive. And it's not saying that it can't work outside of that. Like, it's impossible to. Not at all, bro.
It's definitely harder. It is harder.
Yeah.
But I think that's when I woke up a little bit. You know, still it wasn't perfect, but I think I woke up a little bit more around like my sexual activity as well. I was like, bruh, like it. I saw, and I said, I remember saying it when during the whole journey, I said, yo, I'm now doing something that actually is unnatural by me not being in a relationship with the mum of my child. It's not natural, so so it's gonna cause friction by default. So I think in that moment I was like, yo, I have to be like this sex thing really is about children as well. Condoms, all them things they're not reliable. Do you know what I mean? So like I think you have to be intentional. And I think marriage is then again because my next children need to be in the confines of marriage. Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's what you said. Like, what are your intentions when going into have sex? Because obviously, I was talking about having a good time, but the reality is one of the end products is one of it. Is the byproduct.
But you don't be like, like you don't have sex like thinking, children.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If I get you pregnant, I don't mind it. She's like, you know about what?
I kind of link it back.
I
kind of link it back to church because like the way it's preached at me is that you shouldn't have sex. Sex is not a good thing.
It's a bad thing.
And then when you experience sex to be a good thing, you're like, yo, they lied to me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you sure, brother? You sure?
I can imagine.
But then, like, doesn't that change your mindset even with marriage? 'Cause even me, I'm like, yo, I wonder what it's like to have sex, and it's not a sin. Like, I fully had, I'm like, yo, because I feel like part of me now, I still think if I got married, I'd probably still feel, I have a little bit of.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Have a little bit of what?
Just making sure.
Have a bit of what?
Like the guilt that I feel now in it. Like, because sex is tied to
I don't feel that's fair, bro. I don't feel that's fair. Like, I understand.
No,
I understand people's ideals. I understand what people want, but I don't think that's fair, bro. You shouldn't make somebody feel lesser because they've made they've made a decision with their life. You shouldn't make somebody feel lower. That's disgusting to me, bro.
In terms of
like, I'm gonna make you feel bad because you've had sex outside of marriage, but somebody that's had sex inside of marriage, they're champion. Or like it's so comfortable. Bro, so on the real, like if I make a joke inside the church about a sexual exploit, but I'm not married, like if I'm married, everyone will laugh, bro. If I'm not married, it's like raw.
But then I think it's because of the fact of what it might promote in people's minds.
I understand. I understand in that setting. Okay, in that setting, that was a bad example. In that setting, but I feel like in general.
But around church people.
In general, bro. You know what I'm saying? In general.
Yeah, I hear that. You do get that still. But it depends on your circle, though.
But like I said, I wouldn't know. I can only imagine.
But like,
yo, it's so true though. It's so true.
So do you think, like, the way that just look about church, innit? Do you think the way that it's spoken about in church makes it a little bit more desirable as well, like the forbidden fruit?
Nah, I don't think it. Well, in my experience,
Not
no one
desirable,
spoke
but like,
about it. Yeah, no, it was just like, don't do it, don't do it.
yeah,
No
but then
education
in
about
doing
it.
that, like, but
Yeah.
when people have, it's like, I just don't know.
Oh yeah, like,
No,
in
like,
terms of when they've done it, like how did the church respond?
yeah.
You know how
But
I, you know what I could tell
they're
how I
both
felt.
honest.
I felt like as soon as I started doing it and I started enjoying it, I felt like my whole. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like my whole life had to change. Like
My eyes
I was
were
like, you know what? I'm not doing this church thing no more. I'm gonna do
Straight,
the
just
world
pushed you
thing.
away.
Push me away because of people's opinions. Also, I didn't think I had the support in church to talk to people about that specific sin.
People are
Sin,
comfortable
sin,
to do
sin.
it, fam.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think
And at the
people-
same time, I was like, if I'm enjoying this one thing, I'm gonna go to the people
See.
where it's more where I can have
Yeah,
conversations
see
with,
that-
where I can be more accepted, where it's a normal thing. Like, yeah, yo, I'm gonna beat this chick tonight. Yo, I got the number. I'm gonna do this. Yo, yeah. What's she saying? Oh, she's saying this. Rah, mad. You know them ones there. Ah, you get that text at 10 a.m. through your bridging. Oh yeah, fam, where are you? Go, yo, like.
Man, said it went down, you
No,
know.
but you're not. But then, like, okay.
You gonna learn.
Nah, but I wouldn't. It's still a good thing. Like, it's still a good feeling, but it's not. It's obviously a sin, and we shouldn't be doing it. So, if I wanted to text someone from church and say, you know what, I'm at this person's house, start condemning me, and all them things there. Like, obviously, I know kind of with you, man. You might want to just ring me up, pray for me, that sort of thing. If that
I'll
was
tell
the
you, like,
case.
yo, get out there, bro.
Yeah,
Tell
but
me-
that's not condemning, no.
That's not
Yeah,
condemning.
And
fam.
I think
Yeah,
I think it's
Brain
it's
ain't
a
gonna do
rebuke.
for you nothing.
Yeah.
I'll pray for you.
Yeah,
Nah,
there's
we're around.
different type of rebuking in it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But I think
Yeah,
what we've experienced or what I've experienced in church anyway, it is condemning.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think it's always around sex as well. I think sex is like one of the biggest things.
That's the worst thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're the lowest of the low, you
Yeah,
know.
Not all
G.
sins
Because
equal,
people
bro.
don't have to handle it. But you think about it, yeah, like, yo, I'm not a parent, do you understand? But, bro, I'm just thinking about myself now, like, when I have a child, how am I going to explain this to them? Like, bro, like, I definitely will. I'm going to educate my child.
That was like 10 minutes. Best feeling in the world.
Yo, I swear, I have no idea. And I think that's one of the things, like, some people just don't know how to, like,
But then
I never had that conversation.
how to bring
And
it
I
across.
think-
Bro, I never
I
had
think
that.
one of the
Serious.
things
I never
Never.
had that conversation,
Never had
bro.
that conversation.
for me,
Yeah.
when we talk about the church, we are the church, innit? So
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
when we say, oh,
So true, bro.
the people are condemning who,
We're talking about the
like,
church, we're talking about inside
if
the
some people are condemning, that's some people, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we need to not say the church.
Yeah.
Because that's
yeah.
not the whole
Because
church.
that's not everyone, man. Yeah, like,
But
some
that
people
can
are
be our
love, man.
focus.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So for
True.
me, if one person, I've got one person to talk to, the church is with me.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need everybody.
Yeah, it's true. So
And
true,
that's
bro.
the thing on these matters. But do you think if we're talking about celibacy and more having sex, more you have, the more you want. So do you think that relates to infidelity then?
In terms of.
Like,
Like for
guys
instance,
not being able to
I
control
have it with one person. I think, oh, that's good. But I want to have it with someone else as well. See if they're better or if it's
Like,
different with
having
different people.
some traits.
What do you
think?
think? Is infidelity something that can only be when you're married?
No.
I think infidelity is when you.
No,
man.
When you make the
Yeah.
when you made a commitment, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm
But then what
with
if
you?
But then,
So-
but the
so
thing
you're
is,
talking
if the
technicalities.
parameter is marriage, is the
We just call it cheating, innit?
Yeah, it's
It's called cheating.
Yeah,
Cheating.
because you're talking technicalities, bro.
I'm very
Yeah.
technical.
So technically, I have to start single because you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I'm single, so I'm married.
We weren't
Yeah,
talking
technically, you're
we
single,
weren't
that's
talking
what
for
you
them
say,
2
I do.
hours, so I was single.
We want a break.
Now, you know what? No,
I said 2
even
hours,
nah,
2 minutes.
like even in the world, nah, but in the world, they'll call cheating as well. So even when it's girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, whether it's marriage, like that break things are big on, you know. When people take a break, like I think the biggest difference between, and that's why as men and women, I think one of our purposes when God, well, unless God's told you to be a eunuch, one of your purposes is that we must come together and procreate. Hence why my belief system is it's wrong the other way. Do you know what I mean? And in that being one of our core principles, our core purposes, when it comes to infidelity now, having sex outside of marriage doesn't make sense because you haven't made the commitment to understand what it means to be in an actual, like, you haven't made the commitment to understand what it means to be in an actual relationship. So therefore, I think from not being committed, you're not really in you're in a relationship. It's not. I think a relationship has commitment. That if you're in a relationship, it should be a committed relationship.
So would you say,
if it's not, then I wouldn't. I'm not saying it's not a relationship, but it's like
your girlfriend's not as bad if you're not married. That's what I hear you say.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
What? I don't know if we can say it's not as bad.
Kind of.
But what I'm saying, I think the magnitude.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm saying that.
I'm saying the magnitude. I'm saying the magnitude.
I'm not saying cheating.
Just get out your system, mate. Just get out your system.
I'm not saying cheating on your girlfriend is not necessary. I'm saying when it's not
the same.
When it's not as committed, it's not the same.
Because marriage is the
Do you know what I mean? Because a marriage is a covenant.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
And you say that in the marriage, in the vows, they forsaken all others. Do you know what I'm saying? That's part of the commitment.
Yeah.
Prior to that,
Like,
you know, in reality.
So
Because
you
for
say,
marriage,
I'm saying.
so you say I do the switch.
So I got one.
No, I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm
I
just
got
saying what I'm trying. I think I get what Alex is saying in terms of it's still wrong, but I said the magnitude of
As
it.
wrong.
No,
Because for me personally, when I'm looking for, like, boom, I'm looking for a wife, yeah. If she ain't forsaken all of us from the beginning, nah, bro.
That's
Do
what
you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
As soon as you're like,
yeah.
okay, we're together, bam.
The commitment.
Yeah,
Because the marriage, the actual wedding, they doesn't like. It's not.
I get that.
Talking committed. Talk about the commitment aspect of things.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, consider this then. What do you even consider cheating?
Okay.
Because, bro, what if she goes to the next man emotionally?
Cheating, bro.
Tizzle, baby.